working so I don't have to try so hard. Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Peanut, come here. And I don't have any content for this. Peanut's going to get a haircut, so this is like before and after. Where are you? Come here. Come here, dude. That's good. I'm working so I don't have to try so hard. Dude! All right, so I found something to tell you about. And I saw this over the Daily Mail. I didn't make much of it, but as I look into it more, it's just crazy. I just can't even believe it. It's so strange, and it's hard to believe. Anyway, so this guy, his name is Goodloe Sutton. He is the publisher of a small local printed circular paper in Linden, Alabama. It's called the Democrat Reporter. Here it is over here, but this is actually just like archives of it. It's not online. It's just a print publication. I think they charge $1 per copy, and it's weekly. And it goes back. It has. You can browse throughout 2018. There's nothing from 2019. I searched for things like on the Klan because that's what this is about. And there were some previous articles. It seems like it's the same story told a couple repeatedly about the Klan originating in Tennessee. I didn't look at it that in-depthly. But in any event, he wrote and he has confirmed that he was the one who authored the editorial on February 14th calling for the return of the Klan. The editor in a small-town Alabama newspaper published an editorial calling for, quote, the Ku Klux Klan to night ride again. And here is the at least a portion of the article, which is just so bizarre. I had to read through it twice. And some of the English is kind of just, the grammar's not proper, at least I think. So I'm going to read through it super fast. That's the guy right there. And he has defended this. This same Montgomery advertiser reached out to him to elaborate, and he's defended it and more or less doubled down. He kind of calls like the KKK the white version of the NAACP. It's just outrageous. So, and in fact, it says right here, breaking, I don't know how recent that is, controversial publisher booted from Alma Mater's Hall of Fame after pro-KKK editorial. I can only assume that is referring to him. So here's at least a portion of it. The Klan needs to ride again. Time for the Klu Klux Klan to night ride again. Democrats in the Republican Party and Democrats are plotting to raise taxes in Alabama. They do not understand how to eliminate expenses when money is needed in other areas. The socialist communist ideology sounds good to the ignorant, the uneducated, and the simple-minded people. People who do not understand the Constitution do not like to be responsible. Slaves, just freed after the Civil War, were not stupid. At times, they borrowed their former masters' robes and horses and rode through the night to frighten some evildoer. Sometimes they had to kill one or two of them. But so what? This is the same so what used when Democrats got us into World War II and World War I and World War II. Then they got us fighting in Korea. Next, the industrial Northeast wanted more money. They got us in the Vietnam War, now into the Middle East War. If you haven't noticed, they did away with the draft so their sons would not have to go into battle. Seems like the Klan would be welcome to raid the gated communities up there. They call them compounds now. Truly, they are the ruling class. As to elaborate what he meant by cleaning up D.C., Sutton suggested lynching. We'll get the hemp ropes out, loop them over a tall limb, and hang all of them, Sutton said. When asked if he felt it was appropriate for a publisher of a newspaper to call for the lynching of Americans, Sutton doubled down on his position. It's not calling for the lynching of Americans. These are socialist communists we're talking about. Do you know what socialism and communism is? Sutton said. In the newspaper editorial, Sutton wrote, Democrats in the Republican Party and Democrats are plotting to raise taxes in Alabama. They do not understand. That's what I was just reading. When asked if he recognized the KKK as a racist and violent organization, Sutton disagreed, comparing the Klan to the NAACP. A violent organization, well, they didn't kill but a few people, Sutton said. The Klan wasn't violent until they needed to be. Sutton, 79, said he didn't know any Klan remaining in the area, stating his most died out after the 1960s. The editor said he welcomed people to call him, write him a letter, or boycott him. Sutton, who has worked at the paper since 1964, inherited the publication from his father. Sutton and the newspaper received national acclaim in the 1990s for their reporting on corrupt local sheriff. Sutton and his wife, Jane, reported a series of stories of misused funds and abuse of power. The New York Times in 1998 reported Sutton and the Democrat reporter lost advertising dollars and subscribers over their reporting. That goes into some previous stuff. So, and this is actually, I think this is in reference to this breaking news up here. After the Advertiser reported on Sutton's recent editorial and comments, the university removed him from the Hall of Fame. That is it. In 2007, Sutton was inducted to the University of Southern Mississippi School of Communication Hall of Fame for the couple's anti-corruption articles and editorials. And he's now been removed. Within the last few hours, the School of Communication at the University of Southern Mississippi learned of Mr. Goodloe Sutton's call for violence and the return of the Ku Klux Klan. A USM release stated Mr. Sutton's subsequent rebuttals and attempts at clarification only reaffirm the misguided and dangerous nature of his comments. The School of Communication strongly condemns Mr. Sutton's remarks as they are antithetical to all that we value as scholars of journalism, the media, and human communication. Our university's values of social responsibility and citizenship, inclusion and diversity, and integrity and civility are the foundation upon which we have built our school and its programs. Linden is located about 100 miles due west of Montgomery. It's pretty. It's just hard to. It just takes your breath away and leaves you completely speechless. It's just. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words. I really am. Well, I just wanted to show that to you, and that's pretty much the story there. All right, well, there's Peanut. Wow, you look good, Peanut. They did a good job. So that's the end of this video, even though I have no idea what you just watched because I haven't made anything yet. And but please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. I ain't wasting no more time. Later, man.